Yeah, sorry, I'm recording the meeting now. So please introduce yourself.
Yes, are you able to hear me and see me?
I can hear you, but you need to speak louder, please.
All right. Let me
Yeah.
add my volume. My name is Lillian Sewe.
No, it's so low. It's so low. Speak up. Speak up. Add the volume.
I have added the volume. My volume is high enough.
Okay. Put the microphone next to your mouth so that it can be. Yeah. Go ahead. Introduce yourself, please.
Okay. I'm Lillian Sewe.
You are Lillian who? Hello?
I'm saying I'm Lillian.
I don't know why it is so low. Let me check on my end. Hold on. Yeah, it was on my end. You are right. So go ahead now. Go
Are you
ahead.
able to hear me? Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yes, I'm saying I'm Lillian Sewe.
You are Lillian Chebet?
S-E-W-E Sewe.
Or you are Lillian Sewe? So Lillian, which school are you from?
I'm not from a school. I'm from Fodiko, Southeast Alego.
So you are okay. So
Southeast Alego. I work with Thomas Ndolo.
oh, you work with Thomas Ndolo. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much and welcome on board. And who is this other one? Samsung SMA2? These
That
are
is Thomas Ndolo.
oh, there's Thomas Ndolo. Okay, all right,
Yes.
all right. Thomas, how are you doing?
I'm all right, Pius.
So where are you joining us from?
I am in Masumbi.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got back. You got back home from the
from the wedding.
wedding.
Yeah,
So how was the wedding?
it was nice. It was nice.
Okay, thank you so much. So what I'm
Yeah.
going to do,
Yeah.
I'm going to give a presentation,
Mhm.
yes, on what we do
Yeah.
and how we do it. So, and this is exactly what you will be doing when you go to meet teachers.
Yes.
So, and also good for Lillian too.
Yeah.
So there's a slide, there's a PowerPoint slide which I've made.
Yes.
So in this PowerPoint slide, you will after this page, after the second page, when you
Yes.
go to school, you will insert your credentials. So I'll send you an editable slide. So in the slide number 3, you will insert your credentials before
Yes.
you move on.
Yes.
So this Kiswate Digital Academy, our motto is many schools, one digital academy. I'm the founder of Kiswate Digital Academy. And so my name is Peace Odhiambo. These are my credentials. I'm a data scientist based in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. I've been a teacher both in Kenya and the United States, and I'm also a philanthropist. So those are my technical skills as a data scientist. I'm a registered maths and physics teacher with Teacher Service Commission of Kenya, and I'm also a substitute maths teacher with a swing in Washington, D.C. in the United States. Education, I went to Luero Primary School, St. Mary's Kuala High School, then Kenyatta University, Nairobi, Kenya, then University of Maryland Global Campus, George Washington University in Washington, D.C., University of Texas at Austin, the state of Texas, and my last academic qualification is from Bowie State University, from Bowie in the state of Maryland in the United States. Now, achievements, I'm the founder of Kiswate Scholarship Fund. As the founder of Kiswate Scholarship Fund, we have educated more than 300 students. Some have just graduated from the university. Others are still in the university. We also have some in high school. We started this during COVID-19. I'm also the Director General Blue Nile Analytica. As the Director General Blue Nile Analytica, I worked with the government of Kenya and also one of the technical experts that developed the Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Data Science at the Open University of Kenya. That course is attracting a lot of students and is among the courses that is attracting the highest number of students in the university. So you can check out their website. So I'm a member of Macuse's who in America. So they validated what I do and they decided to honor me. I'm an honorary listee with that organization, Macuse who is who in America. So as a honorary listee, my database and the database of those who are associated with me will be kept in a database of 1.4 million organizations for life. Even if I die now, my work will still live on and they will use it to do research, to fund initiatives and projects that lead to improvement in humanity across the world. So I'm trying now to introduce what we call Kiswate Digital Academy. I'm the brain behind the innovation. So from there you can see many schools, one digital academy. So the schools will remain where they are in the physical building, where they are throughout the country or throughout the world, wherever they are, and my focus at the continent of Africa. But I now want to bring them together into the cloud online, and they form one very big school, so that everything that is hosted online, they share it. And when they share it, they are dividing the cost among themselves, and they become very cost effective to the parents. We will not overburden the parents when we share resources among the schools together. So we call it the KDA app. It will be available on phone, iPhone, Android, also on a computer like a laptop, tablet, or a desktop. And we see the red arrow there, FT. FT means family tree. Because of this, I want my family tree to be honored, and my family tree will be up to the 15th grandfather will be part of the app, so that whenever you're using the app, you will be able to read, get videos, information about my family tree. That's the only payment I want, because what I'm doing is a serious consultant service. I'm doing it for free, and nobody's paying me for this. Nobody's paying me this. It's free. I'm doing it for free. Even the app itself, we are not going to charge anybody to use the app. It will be an open source. It will be available on the App Store, and when you download it, it will be free. The only thing that we are going to charge are the products associated with the app. For example, if you install our digital register, it will be free. But now when we give you a smart ID, so that with the smart ID you can access all our facilities in all our schools around the country. So that smart ID, we're going to charge you something. And it will not be too much, because I'm told the analog ID, they charge between 100 to 300. Ours maybe will remain the same, maintain the same amount, or if the digitization committee decided to increase it, it will not be more than twice the amount that are being charged now, because the essence of this innovation is not to overburden the parents. It's not to overburden the parents. So I'll have the control of the charges, and whenever the schools want to charge too much, I'll tell them, I'm sorry, this facility was not supposed to be there to overburden the parents. And we are not a profit-making organizations. We are philanthropists. We just want to create an impact and go away. If you make money in the process, well and good, but we don't want to overburden our clients, our customers, who are the parents. And for this reason, we are going to translate everything that we do in all the ethnic languages in Kenya, starting with the Luo language, the Luo ethnic language where I come from. And because we have realized as a data scientist that one of the tools that can spur development at the county level are the ethnic languages, because most of the people in these counties do not speak English, they do not speak good Kiswahili. So why not give them, or why not take care of them by giving the information in a language that they understand? That is why we are very keen, we are very serious about translating everything into the Luo, into the ethnic language. You want foreigners, when they visit these counties, they need to speak the original language of the people, or of the people in the places where they are going to visit. So that is what it's all about. Now, the KDA app is divided into 3 modules. Module number 1 is called a learning management system. There are so many types of learning management system out there, but this one will be specific to Kiswate, and therefore we call it Kiswate Learning Management System. Now, we'll have a digital library. The ideal digital library one constructs is called dynamic digital library. Many people think that when they scan a book into PDF and then upload it online, then they have a digital book. That's not the kind of digital book we are talking about. The one we are talking about here is dynamic. So the key word here is dynamic digital textbooks. So in the first time we are using this concept anywhere in the world. It has never been used before. Even right here in America, they don't have this kind of the textbooks we are talking about. Now, the last one, after we have generated money, and we are going to generate a lot of money. And later in this presentation, I'm going to show you how we're going to generate a lot of money on this. As philanthropists, we will not just use this money to pay our salaries, use this money for our own project and whatever. We will have a percentage of this money and take it back to the community. And this will be through scholarships. I have a group of schools in Uganda. These schools, I've been working with them for the last 5 years. So the only thing that I'll do to them when these things succeed, either in Kenya or in any country in Africa, one is to write off all the debts that they have. Then 2, after writing off all the debts, I'll make the education in these schools free so that we can attract professionals from other parts of the country. So apart from the subsidy the government pays, I don't want a parent that will bring their student in these particular schools to pay even a single cent after the government have brought subsidy. So what I'm trying to establish is like a regime, is like a government. We're gonna, we call it Odiado Hills Independent School District. Ndolo, you must be aware with my home country or with the geography of my home area. When you reach a place called Ugoja, when you are from Kisumu to Bosia, there's a road that branches to Okwala and goes all the way up to Alego. So that junction at Ugunja and that road, that is where the school district starts. The Kiswate Independent School District begins. Now, you move on the other side towards Busia, and you reach the boundary between Western Kenya and Nyanza. There are 2 metallic plates, metallic poles over there on the other side. Fortunately, unfortunately, the people who own the land around there are also my relatives, the Bernard, the Annas, the Mondis, the Aderos. Yes, that is the boundary. They are the first home in Western Kenya, and then there's the last home on Nyanza province. So that is the boundary you follow. It is a bush. There's no road there. So you follow it like that, coming on all the way until you pass through a place called Nyathenge. You are still on the bush. You come on until you reach a place called Kulokodongo. You come on, there's Kagonya there, then there's Ligingo. Then at Ligingo, you follow the tarmac road, moving on, following the tarmac road towards Funyula. Then you reach a place called Nyalenya. At Nyalenya, the foot of Odiado Hills, there's a road coming from Nyalenya there towards Aboke and then towards Okwala. You leave that road, you follow that boundary, you go like that, go to Dima, and then there you follow the boundary between between Alego and Ugenya and Samia. You come on to that boundary until you reach a place called Nyadorera, and in Nyadorera you get the road back to Ugunja. It passes through Ukwala High School, it passes through Ukwala Town Center, then it passes through Nzoia, and you come back to Ugunja. I'm going to do that map and place it in our map. So the area enclosed by that map is what we're calling Odiado Hills Independent School District, which we are calling Kiswate Independent School District. Any school that is within that boundary With the time, we are going to adopt them, whether they are high school or they're elementary schools, we're going to adopt all of them. Now, when they use the resources from this app, they are not going to pay even a single cent, because that is where I come from. Charity begins at home. That is my home. I cannot come up with an idea or innovation of this magnitude, and then people from other areas or from other countries benefit from it, and not people from my home. So what I'm trying to do is this: when we start generating money with this innovation, with the schools from other regions, the other regions will pay at the market rate, and after they pay, I'll take a percentage of that money and take it back to my village to improve those schools. One of the things we want to improve in those schools is we want to digitize everything. We want students there to be digital learners. After that, we want relieve the schools in that school district the burden of hiring board of management workers. All the workers there will be paid by Kiswate Digital Academy. This is money I'm talking about. And again, once we do that, it means we are reducing the fees for the parents. Now, gradually, we're gonna write off all the debts. Some of the schools have got very high debts, as high as 5 million, another school 3 million, another one 2 million, another one 1 million. The day schools have a debts of average 500,000 per year. We're gonna write off all that. Now, once we write off of the debt, and depending on how this thing is doing, this innovation is doing either in Kenya or in other countries in Africa, we'll make the education in those schools free. Why do I do this? In 1991, after doing my KCPE in 1990, and then in 1991, armed with a polythene bag with an exercise book, 32 pages, barefooted, escorted by my mother. My mother has been having a problem. Having a problem with the leg for a very long time since she was born. She's disabled. So we walked into the office of the principal of Ukwala High School, and when the principal by then, Mr. Angaya, is now the late, may his soul rest in peace, he saw my mom. Mr. Angaya just told my mom that you have given us the boy, please go home, we'll handle the rest. And since I entered the school, St. Mary's Ukwala High School, I stayed in the school for 4 years, and I never paid even a single cent. So I went barefooted with a 32-page exercise book. And when I got out of that school after 4 years, I was armed with a grade that enabled me to join Kenyatta University under government-sponsored program. And that is what changed my life forever. That's what changed my life forever. I'm just trying to imagine if God was not merciful to me, was not gracious to me, that we didn't get a good principal in the school by that time, and he turned me away, I would not be where I am today. I would not be whom I am today. And because of that, I just want my heart is very willing just to do something to my community that can take care of kids who are like me. Kids who are in the same situation like me, the way I was in 1991. That is the motivation. So my motivation is not money. My motivation is not money. My motivation, there are so many things that motivate people, but mine is that the fact that I was given a chance to go to class without paying a cent. Why can't I now make so many students or so many people a chance? Why can I have so many students who are in the same status like me in 1991 go to school without paying any single cent? That's the aim. That's the objective. So as you join my team, that should be your objective too. So the other two modules, we have Kiswate Digital Register. This is going to be the first of its kind in Kenya. There's no school as I speak right now which is using a digital register. We are going to be the pioneers. And this digital register, when we give it to you, we'll give you a smart card. The software will be free. But when we give you a smart ID, you'll pay for that ID. I've talked about that. Then the digital labs, where I'll be able to teach students from my comfort zone in the United States, and I can pick up classes like over the weekend, 1 or 2 hours over the weekend, to help those students who are very weak in mathematics. And when I'm doing this with St. Mary's Zukwala High School, because we are digital, I'll allow other schools from around the country to join. When other schools from around the country join, we will be charging them, will not be free. We may charge them like maybe 50 shillings per student or 100 shillings per student. That's not much. 50 shillings per hour for 2 hours, or 100 shillings per student for 2 hours. And when we do that, we'll be able to raise some money. It is this money that we use to digitize the schools now, and also pay our workers, and also pay for our services. We are using internet, we are using a computer, stuff like that. And also, as an innovator, I've spent 11 years at the here in America on both snow and hot summers, to come up with this idea, to get the knowledge for this idea. Now I need to maybe now to dress nicely. I need my kid also maybe to be able to dress nicely, stuff like that. So that was what that money will be doing. Now we'll have, when we come to a school and adopt a school, we'll work with the schools, introduce what is called digitization fee. This digitization fee will be decided by the digitization committee, which is comprised of staff from Kiswate Digital Academy and staff from the school where we are, which we want digitized, and other stakeholders as well as members of the community. So this digitization fee will come up with a sharing formula, whereas a certain percentage will go to Kiswate Digital Academy, and the other percentage will be used to buy equipments, digital devices, and even pay some of the stuff like that. We'll have volunteer TSC registered foreign educators. I have my friends here in America. I've taught in America here for 4 years. I've also met some of my friends who were teachers in Kenya, and they migrated to America. Some are in Canada. Some are also in other countries around the world in diaspora. I'm a very serious, in serious discussion with them that because of the CBC curriculum, our services are needed back home, and we need to go and help. And how do you help? You're just volunteering to 1 or 2 hours every week. I'm here volunteering 2 hours in 1 week, another person like that. If you have 7 people volunteering 2 hours per week, 2 hours per week, 7 people, that will be one week, Monday to Thursday, 2 hours each. When we do this to a student, or to a student who is very weak in mathematics, and then he becomes an engineer, or we do this to a student who cannot speak English properly, and then he becomes a journalist, we will be investing in our community. So the idea here is voluntarism, giving back to the community. So then we have the dynamic digital textbook. This is the elephant in the room. This is what is giving me a lot of headache, how to go about it, because I don't just want scan textbooks and put them on an app in some PDF and then we call them digital textbooks. No, I want them to be dynamic digital textbooks. So the problem which I'm having here is that I do not have the capacity to write all textbooks from grade 1 to grade 12 under the CBC curriculum in Kenya. We hired an expert to quantify for us how much money we need, and we are told that we need at least 500 million to do that. Kiswate does not have that kind of money. Unless we get sponsorship from the government of Kenya or from organizations such as IMF or the World Bank or any other, we may not be able to do that. But how? But is there a better way or a cheaper way of doing this? Yes. The cheaper way is to partner with the publishers, all publishers in Kenya, so that we can bring their books into the library. And when a student buys or a school uses the book, we raise the money, we charge them subscription fee, maybe 10 shillings every 1 hour or 10 shillings every 2 hours. And whatever we raise, they get a certain percentage and we retain a small percentage for marketing them. But the publishers are not willing. They think that I want steal their intellectual property. But fortunately, we got one publisher in our last meeting who is willing, and he's a publisher for only one textbook, that's biology. So when these ones come to fruition, we will have biology as a dynamic digital textbook, stuff like that. Then we have dynamic digital lessons, plans, worksheets, and answer keys. You will see that in my demonstration next. Then we have dynamic digital schemes of work. We don't want teachers to write the schemes of work. We want them to be automated so that they can have time to spend with the students to teach. As a TSC teacher posted in one school, when you automate all the tools that they need, they will save time in the production of those tools. And what are they supposed to do with the time? They're supposed to pick up a teaching vacancy in another school so that they teach in more than one school. When they are teaching in the original school, they're paid by the TSC. When they are teaching in additional school, they're paid by the Kiswate Digital Academy. And by this, we will eradicate teachers shortage by more than 35%. By more than 35%. By just using the same teachers we have. And how is this possible? This is possible because of the technology, because of the artificial intelligence, because of the machine learning, my innovation. The other thing we have is dynamic timetable. The CBC curriculum have come with a lot of challenges. They have converted one high school into multiple high schools because of the different pathways they are bringing. They want to come up with students who want to do STEM, some sports management, some social sciences, and like that. And when we have these pathways attracting students, maybe 4,000 students in one school, or maybe even 2,000 students in one school, what is going to happen that we are having one physical school, but with many schools, because the combination are many. What is the impact of that? We need more teachers, which we don't have. The government does not have money to hire more teachers. Even timetabling will be a problem. Even timetabling will be a problem, because our teachers and principals are used to doing a timetable for only one school. But now when we have 3 schools in one school, with the same number of teachers, doing timetabling in this will be a problem. This is where we are coming in. We are not coming in to face out or discredit what the government of Kenya is doing or what our schools are doing. We are coming in to bridge in the gap. Bridge in the gap. The gap here is timetabling will be a problem. So we develop a tool for them where they just key in the number of teachers they have, the subjects and the pathways they have, the lesson they have, and boom, by click of a mouse, the timetable is there. So the timetable might not be very perfect, but this will be the starting point so they can make a few manual changes to tweak it to their taste. So that is what that dynamic digital timetable will be solving. Then we have dynamic exams analysis, and then we have dynamic digital exams. So those are the 3 modules. And the meetings that I'm having right now, the link is the same. We have the meeting ID, we have the passcode. I'm going to print this poster, and then the people who will be going around the schools will give the principals and they put them in their staff room so that during lunch time, they can log into my meeting and ask me questions, if any, because as the originator of the idea, my field officers who are going to represent me in the field might not have all the answers to the questions they meet on the field. In that particular case, don't say something that you don't know, or don't guess and ask them. Tell them to bring them to my meeting every Wednesday during lunchtime between 12:30 to 2 p.m. And these meetings are going to be there for the next 2 years. Every Wednesday, I'll be waking up very early. 12:30 in America here is around 4:30 a.m. in the morning. And if 4:30 a.m. in the morning, I'll be waking up and then attend to the teachers, the principals, for 1.5 hours. For 1.5 hours before I go to work. 4:30, that will take me up to around 6 p.m. Maybe 6 or 7 p.m. depending on the season. And after that, I'll go back, I'll prepare myself and go to work. Why am I doing this? I want each and every person that is interested in this program to understand what I'm trying to do. Before even you join, you need to understand what I'm trying to do. So that is there. So we move to the next slide. Now, how do we do it? We want to digitize the schools. What is the digitization process? We are preparing our schools to admit 10th grade students and the first cohort in the CBC curriculum. This is the month of July. I've been doing this, working on this project for the last 11 years. Now I'm introducing to the public, to schools in my village. We have been doing this for the last 5 years. Now to the rest like you, we are starting now, so that when from grade 10 student report in January next year, you don't have any problem. We are creating an awareness. Now, implementation of the Kiswate Digital Academy, also known as digitization in selected schools, will take place in 4 phases. Phase 0 is from July 15th to December 31st. During this time, we'll train digital educators, install Wi-Fi internet. We have already installed internet in a few schools. We are going to continue. And by 31st December, all the schools that are counted are adopted from my area will have free Wi-Fi internet. We are installing 2 types of internet. One, 5G Safaricom at a cost of 49,500. And then the other one is Starlink. Starlink is direct from the satellite. And we, even if the government of Kenya switches off Safaricom, this one will be able to get access to the internet because it's directly from the satellite. This one will be at a cost of 130,000 a year. 130,000. We are going to use these gadgets in this school for the next 6 years. And when we are done with the project, we'll donate them to the schools. We donate them to school. What are the schools supposed to do when we do this? They are supposed to pay the monthly bills. The monthly bill for Safaricom is 4,000 a month, and for Starlink is 6,500 a month. If we get schools which are the capacity to pay can afford to pay 10,500, we install both. If they don't have the capability, we want to install Safaricom. If they already have Safaricom, we want to install what? Starlink. So our first approach is to make sure there is quality internet in our schools. Now, once we ensure that there are quality internet in our schools, what will be the next thing to do? The next thing to do is to make sure that our schools have got what we call backup power. The electricity in Kenya is very unpredictable. We cannot rely on the main electricity from the main grid, because assume a student is on an exam. Maybe it's an exam for admission into an international university, maybe Harvard or Yale. And in the middle of the exam, the power goes off. That will not be a very nice situation for our students who have struggled to prepare, have struggled to go all through the process to win the scholarship, and then we let the student down by lack of power. So we want all our schools to have 2 types of backup power. One is the generator, and another one is the solar power, so that when there's no power in the national grid, it switches on automatically to solar power. When the solar power fails, then we have the generator in that order, which uses the DSL stuff like that. And there's no any single time when the 3 sources of power can fail unless it is witchcraft, All of them failing at the same time? No, unless it is sabotage. So that is the second thing that our schools should have. So once we have those 3, then we'll start training digital educators. We install Wi-Fi internet. We hire computer technicians. We source for free housing for Kiswate digitization experts and volunteer TSC registered foreign teachers that we're going to send from America. Now, the housing will be talking to people who have invested in the real estate in those small towns. Like in my home village, we are talking about Ukwala town, we are talking about Sega town, we are talking about Bumala town. Those towns are at first, before we generate any money, we're going to approach the owners of those houses, 2-bedroom house. We ask them to renovate those houses so that they look like the houses in America. They have refrigerator, microwave, 2-bedroom with big beds, mattresses, AC, have Wi-Fi internet, have solar on top of them, have the generator. And then when we have already done that, we tell the landlord, the owner of the house, that renovating this house has costed us this amount of money. So we want to sign a lease with you for 6 years. But before we pay you any single cent, we want first recover the money of renovation. Or we can come in a gentleman agreement. Let's say, okay, because we have renovated the houses, you will pay this particular money we have used gradually. Maybe we can do 50-50. We pay half the rent, and half the rent goes to the expenses that we have used to renovate those houses. And after we are done, we give you the full rent. So it's also coming with business opportunities. From where you come from in Easter Lego, I don't know which part of Lego is Easter Lego, but I'm assuming that is those sides of Nia. Brother Ndolo, is that correct?
Yes, that's Southeast Lego.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about getting investors in Sia Town, in Nia, all those centers area of Southeast Asia. However, Kiswate will not do this on their own. We will be looking for people who can partner with us, and we give them that part of the business. You just do the business of housing, so that our teachers, who are most of the digitization engineers, can live in an environment which is equivalent to the places where they will be coming from in different parts of the world. That's what we. So right now we are sending our own university students. We sponsored them when they were given by our community, by the community to me, by the community, to give them a scholarship. They have gone to the university. I've trained them for 2 years. You see them broadcasting news on Kiswate TV, and they are not journalists. They are not journalists. They are self-taught. We have just taught them, mentored them, and they're doing pretty well. The information right now, we don't have a problem with dissemination of information. Before them, we used to have a lot of problems. People were misunderstanding what we're saying. Now we have trained our own students. These are the students we sponsored in high school. They did very well, scored A's. They appeared in newspaper, 83 out of 84, 82 out of 4. They are doing medicine, they're doing pharmacy. Those are top-notch courses. So we have trained them, and when we train them, they work for us. We give them something small for their day-to-day upkeep so that they don't go without food in the campus. Now, they are now mature. After 2 years of training, we are now taking them back to the community which recommended for them to ask for sponsorship. And what are they going to do? They are going to digitize our schools, so our schools can become modern, so that we can, they can help us do what, fill in the gap that exists between our schools and the other schools elsewhere. We don't want expatriates. We can do these things ourselves. This is not rocket science. So that is in that phase. In phase 1, January 2026 to December 2028, we'll train more digital educators. We want to train around 50,000 TSC registered teachers within the first year of operation. We deploy Kiswate Digital Register. When the students come for registration in our schools in January, we will not use the manual register. We use the digital register so that the principal can see the enrollment. Everybody, even the parent, can see if the student was in school or not. If the student is bringing problems, having discipline issues, the parent will see and get an alert. And when the parent does that, the principal will not spend time making a telephone call to the parent. No, the parent will just get into the next matatu or boda and get to school. That I see my son has not been attending lesson for the last 3 days. I just wanted to know what's going on. Or I see my son having so many discipline issues. What is going on? I need to talk to my son. Stuff like that. So build digital labs where I can teach from America and another friend of mine can teach from Canada. We onboard 10 million students and 50,000 TSC registered teachers. We are going to train and identify 25 qualified digital learners from Kiswate adopted all-friendly schools. This has since changed. The principal don't want me to identify 25 qualified learners. They just want me to onboard students who will take the STEM pathway. But I told them I'm only capable only of taking care of 25. The remaining, if they're more than 25, you take care of them, and they say that is fine. So out of the STEM pathway, in each of the schools, adopted schools that we have from my locality, 25 of them, when they go to grade 11, they will not pay fees. We'll sponsor them up to the university, and when they reach the university, they will take the courses that they want, and after graduating, they come back and post them in other countries in Africa as management trainees, because this thing is for Africa. This thing is not only for Kenya. This thing is not only for the village where I come from. It is for Africa. We want Africa, when they go to discuss with other countries in the world, to sit on the negotiation table, to sit on the dining table. We don't want Africa to eat leftovers. And for us to do that, Africa must join the data revolution era. Right now, the other developed countries are reaping big from data revolution era, while Africa has been left out. As an African, we teamed up together with other Africans and said, this cannot happen. This cannot happen. So each one of us went to the individual countries and make sure, talk to people and say, how can we board on Africa in the data revolution era? Me, I've taken the education sector. There's somebody who has taken the medical sector. There's somebody health sector. There's somebody from another African country who has taken the agricultural sector, stuff like that. So that's what we are doing. Now, the first cohort of the advanced foreign volunteer teachers will arrive in Kenya in the summer 2027, if all goes well, and if the government also allows us. These foreign teachers, the government of Kenya will not need to pay them for 12 months. No, it will be free. They are volunteer, because the government of their home country will take care of that. The only thing that they are requesting for the participating school or the hosting schools to provide them with free accommodation and security. So schools with accommodation within the compound, they will need to renovate those houses so that they look like the houses where these people are coming from, stuff like that. So the digitization process continue. So in phase 2, this from January 2029 to December 2031. This now will be the second cohort. Now, when you start a new project and you take them from the beginning to the end, there are likely to be some challenges. We call them teething problems. So we'll have our evaluation and monitoring team identifying those problems, identifying the weaknesses, and then suggesting the solutions. So while the solutions have been suggested, we'll do this in a conference, and we agree that this is how we are going to approach the challenges. We'll take another group. We'll take another group from grade 10 up to the last grade, implementing those challenges. And if it works out, definitely it has to work. We'll employ 1,000 qualified digitization experts and 50,000 TSC registered teachers to work for Kiswate remotely. Remember, these 50,000 TSC registered teachers, they are not newly employed teachers. They are just the TSC teachers that are already working with the TSC. But we will give them an additional load of teaching in an additional school. And when they do this, we are going to motivate them by giving them something small, so that when they are done with school in the evening, they don't just spend time in bars, they don't just spend time in shopping center running or doing shopkeeping businesses, all those local hotels. I'm not saying those businesses are bad, but with their level of education and with their level of understanding, those small businesses, they should leave them to standard 8 graduates and let them participate where their skills are needed. And if wishes were horses, I'm thinking of matching the teachers' salaries by 100%, what TSC is paying them. You come to me, you want a job, I ask you, where is your TSC pay slip? I start with you paying you maybe 25%. If you do very well, 50%, like that, 75%, until we reach 100%, stuff like that. And the maximum number of workload they can do in 1 week is half the workload that they do with the when they are employed as full-time teachers. So they are working there, doing full-time workload, they're paid by the TSC. They are working for Kiswate, teaching the same students, teaching the same schools, government schools. They do half workload in a different government school, but the Kiswate pays them the same amount of salary that the TSC is paying. That will be something beautiful. We'll be putting more money in the pocket of teachers. Teachers have been known for a very long time to be people at the lower cadre of the pyramid. They are not big spenders. They cannot afford luxuries, stuff like that. That's how other professionals describe us. But with this innovation, we are going to elevate their class. They live in the same class as engineers, the same class as nurses, the same class as medical doctors. We want to see, when this project succeed, we want to see teachers driving. We want to see teachers working for other companies in America and being paid in terms of dollars, using this technology. So we are digitizing schools. After we digitize schools, we're going to come up with the digital villages. In these digital villages, anybody will be able to sign in, and after they sign in, they get a company in America or in Canada, they work for 3 hours and 4 hours, and then they go home away. And what are they be working for? They'll be simple thing. For example, I have children here in America. There are girls. They don't know how to cook ugali. I'll ask Mr. Ndolo, from where you come in Eastern Lego, can you get me the best woman who can know how to cook ugali to teach my kids how to cook ugali? Those are the type of jobs they will do. Then they are paid very well. I'll ask somebody else from another area, hey, I want my children to know Kijaluo. One was born in Thika, another one born in Nairobi. They arrived in America when they knew Kiswahili, but because of time, they don't talk this language. They are forgetting almost everything. We are planning to come back to Kenya for the first time, and I want my kids to interact with the Kenyans. They can't do that without speaking Swahili or without speaking the Luo. Can you get me some of the best Luo speakers in your community to come and teach my kids for maybe 3 months on how to speak the Luo? And then we pay you for that. And I'm not the only one. There are so many Kenyans, around 3 million Kenyans, who would like such things to happen to their families, stuff like that. So in the phase 3, from 2032 onwards, we'll donate all equipments to the adopted schools. The schools have now matured. We have shown them how we have trained the students, we have trained them how to become digital learners. We have trained the teachers how to become digital educators. And we have done it for 6 years. Students have done exams. The government have criticized them. Us, experts have criticized us. And through that criticism, we have improved on our services. And we now say, schools, thank you so much for allowing us to work with you for the last 6 years. It is now time to leave. Can you now be independent? But they continue using my software. So when they continue using my software, they'll be paying something small to maintain us. Now, we commercial now the idea and introduce it to other countries in Africa, starting with the East African Community member states. Brother Ndolo, I want, maybe during that time, I'll be making an announcement for my humble abode in the United States and saying, Kiswate Digital Academy Ambassador to the Republic of Rwanda. Kiswate Digital Academy Ambassador to the Republic of South Africa. Kiswate Digital Academy Ambassador to the Republic of Ghana. And what are they ambassadors for? They are going to roll out this digitization process, which Kenya is going to spearhead, So we move on. What are the benefits? The participating schools will benefit in the following ways. Faster transition from 844 to CBC curriculum, integration of technology in the curriculum implementation, will cut costs of running school due to automation. We compete with other schools in the developed world. Will also expose students to the dictates of the job market internationally. And finally, Kiswate will assist schools introduce what we call digitization fee. Digitization fee will not be a lot of money, maybe just 100 shillings per month. For 12 months, that's 1,200. Divided into 3 terms, that's 400 per term. And when the schools collect this money, we're going to agree on revenue sharing formula. Maybe it could be 50-50. The schools retain 50, and the Kiswate Digital Academy gets 50. Now, for the school, we'll ask them to buy computers, maintain the buildings, motivate teachers, pay electricity, buy laptops for each and every teacher, like that. And for us, we'll use it to maintain our software, pay for services, pay for our staff, stuff like that. But if it's a rich school and they decide to double that, we cannot stop them. We cannot stop them so long as the parents agree, so long as there's some mutual understanding. So we move on. So there's this form that I usually deploy to get the details of those who attend the meeting. I'm going to share this form on WhatsApp. And I want everybody on Zoom messages here. And I want everybody that attended this meeting to fill this form so that we get your details and we can have a follow-up. Thomas, I know you have filled this form, but if by any chance you have not filled this form, I want you after the meeting to fill this form so that you can get updates, what is happening. You can get regular updates. So I'll send it just right now to Thomas using WhatsApp.
Yes.
Lillian,
Yes.
I don't have your phone number, so you'll get this link from Thomas, and make sure you fill it immediately. We are done with the meeting. We are done
Yeah, I
with the
think you
meeting.
have my number.
You can't say your number here. I don't know whether we are recording. I wanted to record. Lolo, did I record? Brother Lolo, did you see me recording?
I see you are recording.
Yes, we're
Yeah, you
recording.
can, Lillian, you can't say your number here because I'm recording. If the YouTube gets number, that's personal information or email, they will pull down this video from YouTube. But I want you, when you go to presentation, to use this video. Use this video.
Sorry, I was saying,
Yes.
sorry, Dr. I was saying you have my number in the email.
Oh, I have your number in the email. Okay, I'll do that. I'll send you. I'll get your number, add it to the groups, and then send you the link. I want you to fill it. Ndolo is already has it. Now we will move on. We move on. So we move on. We are just about to be done. From beginning. Okay, you're just about to be done. Now, that is the form. Oh, Ndolo, Brother Ndolo, when you go to schools to collect, to do presentation,
Yes.
you will not be appreciated if you leave the school without having few teachers and even the principal filling that form. Because through that is when we'll get the contacts of the principal, and through that is when we will make a follow-up. Don't just make
All right.
presentation, ask them to fill the form. So actually, we are sending in those schools to have those teachers that the principal fill the form. That's the main thing. That's the most
Yes.
important thing to us. So otherwise, we'll assume you have not worked. Now,
So the
when I usually make this presentation, apart from today I'm not going to do this. We usually give prizes. Position 1 is 1,500, position 2 is 1,000, position 3 is 500, and the teachers go through this, the quiz, and the quiz is just one of the apps or the tools that we use here in America that we want to tweak it to the CBC curriculum and give it to teachers in Kenya to do. So we have made a tutorial on how to do it. It's on this YouTube, but I'm also going to do it in this recording. So today, I'm not going to reward the participants. I'm not going to reward the participants because I don't have any school represented. We usually do this when schools are represented. And I'm going to reduce this award so that it becomes affordable to us. Maybe I'll reduce position 1 to around 300, position 2 to 200, and position 1 to 100, so that when I have 100 teachers appearing, paying them does not become a burden to me. So in the React app here, Brother Ndolo, can you see my screen?
I can see you.
What can you see?
Kiswate Digital Academy mark and then a Kiswate logo.
No. That's what I want you to see. You are seeing the wrong screen.
Which one then?
Maybe that's what you are seeing the wrong screen. And this happened
I'm
last
seeing you,
time.
and behind you there's
I just don't know. Hold on. I just don't know what I should do to have you see the screen I want you to see. Can you see my screen now?
I'm seeing you as Pius.
As Pius.
That is that's the screen I'm seeing. Yeah. You are looking at me, I see you.
That's not the screen I want you to see. There's a problem.
Which one? Which one?
The screen I want you to see is this one. That let me take a snip. Maybe you need to swipe. Can you swipe your screen with your finger and see whether you will see a screen written, create a lesson plan? Just swipe going through and see whether you will see the screen I want to post on your
microphone. All right.
Are you able to see it? Create a lesson plan?
Sorry, Dr. Pull down the other screen that has digitization process. Then bring up that one.
Oh, I didn't get you. Can you speak up, please?
I'm saying you can pull down this other screen that has digitization process.
Oh, I've already pulled it down. Is that what you are seeing?
Yes, I'm still seeing it.
Let me kill this. Are you still seeing it now?
Yes, it is still there.
Digitization process?
Yeah, it is the one that is on.
You are supposed to swipe. You're supposed to swipe your screen. So let me send this to Brother Ndolo here. That's the screen I want you to see. And if you see that screen, let me know. So let me do this. Let me stop sharing. Now you can see me, all right?
I
Yeah,
can
now I'm
see
seeing
you.
you.
Yes.
That's the same way I was seeing you.
Yeah. So when I share, I want to share my screen. I just don't know what I need to do in order to see. Let me try now. I've shared. Are you still seeing me?
Yeah, I'm seeing you
Now we
now.
can see
Clear.
the new screen.
Lillian, you can now see a new screen?
Yes, create lesson plan.
Yeah, that's the same screen I want Brother Ndolo to see. Are you in the same location with Brother Ndolo, or you are in different locations?
We're at different locations. Currently, I'm in Kisumu town.
Okay. So, Brother Ndolo, what Lillian is seeing is what you are supposed to see. Now, Brother Ndolo, can you swipe your phone? Just swipe your phone. It's a touch screen. Just swipe towards the right or towards the left. And you will see multiple screens. And let me know if you see a screen with the create a lesson plan.
Where there one screen is you visibly, the other two screens are A025 and A536. There are three screens.
So is a problem with your gadget? I'll have to physically send somebody to your home in Siaya to help you with that. Because you cannot go to schools when you are not able to see this. So for the sake of demonstration and recording, we'll move with the Lillian, and Brother Ndolo, you will now be a joyrider in my class. You'll just be listening, but you'll not see what is happening. Now, Lillian, this is the link for the app. It's called Create App. It is there on the PowerPoint slides. I'm going to share the PowerPoint slides with you. If I've not done so, via email. So when you click that link, this is what appears. Now, we are all aware. I don't know your background. Lillian, what is your background?
Thank you, sir. My background is community health and development, diploma, undergraduate, and master's currently public health promotion option. Thank you.
Okay, so you should be aware that teachers, before they go to class to teach, they are supposed to prepare, make a lesson plan, set quizzes, homework, marking schemes to the homework. They also make schemes of work. They also make record of work. With this innovation, teachers will no longer do that. And sometimes it takes them up to 3 hours to prepare for those documents. And some teachers even go to class because it is tedious. They just go to class without those documents, and it affects the delivery of the content. So teachers will no longer do that. They will be using our app. Instead of spending 3 hours or one day or the weekend preparing, making those stuff, they'll just come to our app, and within a few minutes, boom, they have they have the tools. So this is what I don't want to demonstrate here. It is quite unfortunate that Brother Ndolo will not be seeing it, but when you watch this video later, you will see it. So I'll come to the grade level. This is what we are adopting. In senior secondary, we now use the grade level 1 up to 12, the same system here in America, and I'll use grade 10. And then the region here, I live in the state of Maryland. We have over 50 states in the United States. These states now will convert them into countries. We have over 50 countries in Africa. So in your case, when you are failing, you choose Kenya because you come for Kenya. The education system in Kenya is different from the education system in Uganda, is different from the education system in Rwanda. So when you choose Kenya, the same thing here in America, the education system in Maryland is different from education system in other states. The education is devolved and is controlled by the state. It's not like in Kenya where education is a function of the national government. So I'll choose Maryland because that's where I live. The duration for my lesson plan, when I used to be a teacher, it used to be 45 minutes or 90 minutes double lesson. So when we create our own and model the CBC curriculum, I'll make 45 minutes or 90 minutes. Here I want to choose 60. And once I choose that, I'll take subjects. I'll take mathematics. I love mathematics. I used to love mathematics. I still do love mathematics. And then the topic here, I'll take a very simple topic. This is 10th grade. I'll take like linear equations. That's a very simple topic in mathematics, but some students really struggle to get it. So I'm a teacher. I want to go to class, and I don't have the preparation tools. My weekend was very hectic. I had maybe a sick wife in hospital. My child gave me a lot of problems, crying throughout the night, and as a teacher, I did not have humble time to prepare. So, do I need to go to class without preparing? No. What will happen? See, just 3 minutes before class or 5 minutes before class, you can use this tool that we are bringing on board to prepare. So, I click here, generate lesson plan. And now the AI is generating the lesson plan. It will just take a couple of minutes. Lillian, I don't know whether you're able to see it generating.
Yes, I can see it working it out.
Are you able to see it? Are you able to see the word generating?
Yeah,
now I can see it, Pius.
Oh, now you can see. Very good. Thank you so much. Now, the lesson plan is there. Lillian, are you able to see the lesson plan?
Correct, I can see it.
That one I see now.
It takes teachers around 3 hours or 2 hours, at very least 45 minutes to generate this. But now, Lillian, tell me. Hold on. Don't talk over me. Just play, Lillian, now tell me. How many minutes have you taken to generate the lesson plan?
Less than a minute.
Less than a minute, thanks to the power of technology. What we are supposed to do in 45 minutes, we are now doing in 1 minute. Courtesy of Kiswate Digital Academy after 11 years of research in diaspora. Now we have the lesson plan. Now, Lillian, pay attention and listen to me carefully. Brother Ndolo, pay attention and listen to me carefully. Now, we now have the lesson plan. And now we want to set homework. We want to set homework or quizzes or tests. You just come here and say worksheet. When you click worksheet, you scroll up and you click more options. And in the more option, it give you create worksheet and answer key. Then you click this. When you click that, Brother Ndolo, what is happening? Are you seeing it generating?
It is generating now.
Yes, now time. Let's see how long it will take. We are now setting questions, homework, and what have you. This is taking a little bit longer than the first one, but the AI is trying to set questions. Boom! Brother, what can you see? You see worksheet, all right?
Worksheet, yes.
Name of student, date of student, things that, and then you go down, you go down. Those are the questions. Now, you move to the next button. Do you see this one called answer key?
Yes, please.
That's the American term for marking scheme. Answer to the questions which the teacher will use to grade the student. So you just highlight it like that. And these are the answers. These are the marking schemes. Now, Brother Ndolo, from the time I started generating the worksheet, the lesson plan to worksheet to the answer key, how many minutes do you think we have used?
Probably 1.5 minutes.
And teachers use between 45 minutes to 3 hours.
Correct.
Between 45 minutes to 3 hours. So what was being done by a teacher in 3 hours, we have reduced it to maybe 3 minutes. Now the question is, Brother Ndolo, what will teachers do with that time that they're going to have? Because we have automated the things that used to give them a headache. We are advising the teachers to use that time. We have spent a lot of time on research. We want them to use that time to come and work for Kiswate Digital Academy so that they can earn some money. But if we do this, teachers are now, instead of using 3 hours, they're going to use 3 minutes. And we find teachers just still running shops in the shopping center. We will not be very happy. We will not be very happy. They need to leave that job. They need to leave that trade to that village boy who never went beyond class 8. If they can employ the boy, that is fine. We want them to come and work where their services will be more appreciated. So now, Brother Ndolo, I have questions. I have a lesson plan. I have homework, and I have marking scheme to the homework. What do I need to do now? I'll just come here, click more options, and the more option I come here, save as a PDF. You click, boom, and it has saved. It has saved now in my in my download folder. And Lillian, I'm very sure with your impressive qualifications, you know this folder called download folder, and I know when you work with the bank and operation manager, you must have interacted with the computers. I'm not sure whether you interacted with Windows, but when you use Windows computer, there's a folder called download, where everything that you have downloaded online goes. And here it is. Lesson plan for mathematics 10th grade. I have it there, downloaded. Now, how do I send this to the teachers, to the parents? They could be the scholars, and even to the students. I just send it via email to everybody that I need to have it, so that the parent at home can supervise the homework too. So I'll come here. I'm now changing my screen. I'm going to email. Ndolo, don't change your screen. Lillian will be able to see this, but Ndolo, no. Just remain where you are, because that is very more important than this one. So, Brother Ndolo, what is your no, I don't want Brother Ndolo to say his email address here. And I don't want Lillian also to say his email here. Lillian, are you able? No, I'll get the email for Lillian by searching, because you have sent me an email before, so I have you. For Brother Ndolo, let me try if I can get your email.
You have my email.
Huh?
You have my email also.
But I don't want you to say it, because when you say it, this thing will be.
Okay.
Can you type it on WhatsApp? Are you able to type your email on WhatsApp? You send it to me via WhatsApp?
Yes, I will.
No, right now, are you able to do it?
Yes.
No, don't change your screen. Just leave it. You'll get it from Lillian. So then here I say AI generated lesson plan for grade 10 math, and the topic is linear equations. It's a lesson plan, worksheet, and answer key. Answer key is the marking scheme. Answer key. Is that you, Ndolo, sending me his email?
No, that's me.
Yep.
Is somebody send me a message? Let me check. Let me check. Oh, this one is a Hendera. I don't know whether Hendera is the meeting.
Yes, I am.
Oh, I didn't know. So, Mr. Hendera,
Following up.
Okay, I didn't know. I'll put on your email address here.
I'm
And
sure
Mr.
even
Hendera, when
this
you
is
go to schools, to me, we're going to hire you as a salesperson. You go to schools, and when you go to those schools, this is the kind of demonstration you're supposed to do. So I'll attach when we start generating money, Hendera will give you a very expensive laptop, because you are an elder. So we go here, although our policy is bring your own device. But our Hendera,
Thomas Ndolo is also an elder.
we get another. No, he's an elder in the teaching profession.
All right, I'm an elder in the village.
You're an elder in the village, yes. So,
Yeah.
So we go on here and attach, go to download here, and then attach the lesson plan. Oh, I have attached so many things that you don't need. I just wanted the lesson plan. Let me also send you the ICT policy as per the government of Kenya. That is very important, because that will be what we'll be using in the training. We cannot go outside those guidelines, and I did it in a folder called teachers here. This is the teacher and ICT. Yes, I have it here. So I handed that other document is what the government of Kenya wants you to do when you go to public schools to teach IT. That is like our syllabus, and we cannot go around this. It's a very bulky document. I used an AI to summarize the whole bulky document into a 2-page document, and that's what we are having as an ICT policy. So we want you to familiarize yourself with that, so that when you go to school, you are familiar with what is happening. Then now, if they were to win the awards, you ask them 2 questions. And the 2 questions I've been asking, I want to ask Mr. Hendera. Do you think teachers in Kenya, let me ask Lillian first, teachers in Kenya can adopt, we call this app tool, this tool, can they adopt? Lillian, do you think if you introduce this tool to teachers in Kenya, this app, do you think they will be happy to use it?
Yes, they will be happy to use it.
So your answer is yes?
Kevin, yes.
Hold on, Lillian, one step at a time. Now, Lillian, why do you say yes? What is your reason? Here, there is no right or wrong answer. What is your reason?
First of all, it is time saving.
Okay, just one, just one. One, it doesn't waste time. It doesn't waste time. It does not waste the teacher's time. I agree with you. Oh, no, don't give me another one. That's enough. So
No,
question number 2. Lillian, hold on. Question number 2. Hold on. Keep that one for another session. Question number 2. This goes to Mr. Hendera. Mr. Hendera, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Now, the question for you is, do you think this tool can make teachers in Kenya more efficient and productive in their work? That's the question for Mr. Hendera. What is the answer for your answer? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
So yes. So Mr. Hendera, what is the reason for your answer? There's no wrong or right answer, just one. What is the reason for your answer? Why do you say yes?
I think number 1 is that the education system is going towards the technological era, and I think this is quite appropriate as of now.
What I'm getting from your answer is that this app is user-friendly. Is user-friendly. User-friendly. So that is user-friendly. Teachers can use it, those who are interested. There's no rocket science here. There's no coding. There's no programming. If there's a teacher who is interested, will be able to use it. So that's what I'm getting for your response. Now, Brother Ndolo, I keep your question for next time. So now, this is exactly what, and then I say, boom. Mr. Hendera, check your email. Lillian, check your email. Ndolo, don't interfere with your screen because
I have my email.
A problem. Can you confirm if you have got the emails?
My email is there.
You have got my email in your email? No, did you get my email?
No, I've not checked.
No, don't check because interfere with your screen. Hendera, have you got my email? Mr. Hendera, are you there?
Got your email.
Let me ask Lillian. Lillian, have you seen my email?
Yes, I've seen your email.
Yes. So know what happens now? When you go to schools as salespeople, as my agents, that is exactly what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. And I want you, when you get out of the school, when you're addressing the teachers, you have at least one teacher signing the form. And you have...
I've seen the email.
Yes. You have the principal signing up for this thing. Because when they sign up for the digital register, that is how we're going to make our money. That's how we're going to make our money. When they sign up for the tool, that is how we're going to make our money. Although it's open source, but the fact that they sign up for it, we will be able to trade with that school because they are using our softwares. They're going to use our smart ID. They're going to use our digital register. They're going to join our digital classes. We're going to train their teachers to become digital educators, and through that, we're going to help them digitize the school, and through that, we'll be making our money. But when you go make a presentation in a school, and Mr. Hendera, you come back without even a single contact, even for the watchman. You will be asking me money to go back to that school to take the contract for the watchman. I say, is he really serious with his job? Is he really serious with that job? And that brings me to the end of my presentation. So now it's time for questions. Please ask me questions. Mr. Helera, do you think this is a job you can do?
Yes. Anytime, anywhere.
We don't just want you to teach the Swahili or Farsi. We want you also to market so that we can have more students on board. And we are developing an algorithm, Mr. Hendera, so that your pay will not depend on, your pay will give you a retainer. Let's say you make this presentation. We say the retainer for a Hendera for this is 3,000 shillings per hour. Then on top of that, we'll add something, an algorithm that is going to pay you for each and every student that is onboarded from that school. All the money that's collected from that school. And then if we want you to go to many schools, we'll also include another algorithm, which will now depend on the number of schools you go to. If you are able to cover 100 schools within 1 month, then that will give you more. Somebody who is able to cover schools, maybe 50 schools in 1 month, that's the algorithm. So that it's a win-win situation. And the way our pay will be like this. Our algorithm that we are developing with my software, with my Kiswate engineers is this. Immediately, Mr. Hendera drops the microphone down. He's still in the compound with the school because we already started generating money and we have money. Before he steps into his car, boom, on him, a same person on the bank account. The money you worked for the last 2 hours or 1 hour is already there. We will not have these games, matter what. We are using technology, things like that. And yeah, no. That is why even schools, when I take my engineers, no, we did not collect money, students have not paid fees, no. Pay the money to my account when you are ready. And then let me handle my engineers. I don't want them to be demotivated. They have to be paid. It will be American system. No, here in America, we are paid every 2 weeks. On 15th and at the end of the month. Some companies also pay every month, every week, Saturdays. That's the approach we are going to adopt. Now, because we are going to generate money using technology. We are going to generate money using technology. Now, the second part of my presentation will not. I'm going to stop recording.